Okay, we're going to go ahead and get started because we know all of you did not come here to listen to us. In fact, it kind of looks like Disneyland. Everybody's waiting to get in the gates. The difference between Disneyland and here is $150 a head. So we are so excited for this day. I can't say it's been a long time coming because this project was fast and furious. When the Fords ignited this thing back in September a year ago, it normally takes a year to plan a park and a year and a half to build something of this magnitude, and it was knocked off in a year. So this has been fast and furious. This park is a miracle, and there are many miracles that have taken place along the way. We are not going to bore you with those now, but they're important stories. So our Spanish Fork Community Network have about a 28 minute, somewhere in there, video that I would encourage you to sit down and listen to some of the stories about this park. It's absolutely a miracle. And we're just thrilled that we can have this in our community, in our backyard. So we do need to take a few minutes. I will make this as quick and as painless as possible. But as you probably are aware, there are miracles come about through people. And there are a lot of people that we need to recognize quickly. And then we have a few short comments from some folks up here. And then we'll get you into the park, which is why you came. So first of all, I'll run through these quickly. But you've got Mayor Steve Leifson, and our city council members, Mike Mendenhall, Brandon Gordon, Chad Argyle, Stacy Beck, and Keir Scobes. Our city manager in the back in red, Seth Perrins. He wanted to stand out today, so we're giving him that privilege. We also have Doug and Carol Ford. I don't know if any of your families here. Are they any of them here? Some of your families here. Okay, sorry the sun's in my eyes, but yes, thank you. Round of applause for the generous Ford family who kick-started this whole project with their generous donation. So I encourage you to visit Ford Falls in the very back. It's one of the features of our park. You will love it. I don't know if the Wilsons, is Steve Wilson here? Did Steve make it? Okay. Steve Wilson, again, he's part of our video, another one of the miracle stories about this park and this land. The Westland construction team, I know Nick's here. We've got Eddie and Mark, and I don't know if Carson's here, but wave to us if you are. Thank you guys. They've been troopers night and day, holidays, weekends, pushing the envelope to get this project built. Insight design team, I know Corey was here earlier and had to leave. We've got Sean here. Do you have any other of your team here? Is Darren here? Oh, there they are. Welcome, you guys. Thank you very much. Wonderful design process. We've also got, let me see, where's Bart Morrill? He's my Parks Division manager. Bart, you here?
In the back.
Oh, in the back, of course. That's comfortable back there, isn't it? It's a good place to be. Where's the rest of my crew? Our buildings maintenance crew, Cody and Ken and Kellen. I'm going to miss somebody, I'm sure, but awesome staff that I have to work with. All of my department actually has been tremendous, and appreciate the wonderful people that we have to work with. Also, we had a lot of city people involved in this project. All of our city engineers, public works divisions, our fire department got called out. I know many of you stopped to see if the park was on fire, but it wasn't. They were helping us with this process. All of our grand opening week committee, and they're everywhere. These guys are where the rubber meets the road, and they're the ones that are getting all the work done. The rest of us just stand around and look pretty, right, Mayor?
Right.
But Karen and, well, I think I put all their names down. I hope I didn't miss it, but they're the ones that have organized this event, our Hidden Treasures party that you're going to have here in just a couple minutes. Karen Bradford, Emily Harriman, Nick Porter, Angie Warner, Chad Argyle, Nick Sly, and Tara Silver. Did I miss anybody? If I do, I'm really sorry. I want to give a special recognition to some of our special needs families who are involved in our focus group. Are any of those here? We were going to put them all in blue shirts so they would stand out, but you can see that didn't work very well. Are any of our special needs focus group families here? If you are, please wave to us. I know Leolofis are here, and Leolofi and Inoki. I got to tell you, this was quite frankly a moving experience for me. We brought in about 30 of these families in the early design process after we did some of our own initial research, and met with them and asked them questions like, what challenges do you have when you go to a park with your family? And what types of things would you like to see in a park that would make your experience better? And they just completely opened our eyes, and mine specifically, to challenges that they encounter. And this park would not be what it is today without those people. So please give them a round of applause and thank them so much. And their insight was so tremendous, and it's made this park what it is. And so what a wonderful experience that was for me personally. Let me talk for just a couple of seconds about the name of this park. Adventure Heights has some meaning, and there's obviously a lot of adventures in here. But today, the play world is all about elevation and all about getting you elevated. We've got a big tree house that was custom made for Spanish Fork City. You won't find another one like it in the world, but tree houses spell adventure to me. You've got zip lines and waterfalls and mountains and caves and all the fun things that spell adventure in this park. But the Heights also has some other significance, and that is that we want kids and people to be able to reach new heights personally and to be able to experience new heights. Not only the elevation and play in that experience, but to personally reach for new heights. You'll notice here in the front, on the ground in this block work, we've got a compass. And the word compass actually comes from the Latin, com meaning together, and passus meaning step. So the word compass actually means step together. That has some serious significance about what this park is all about. This is literally an all abilities park. We've already seen it on display with our soft opening we had a few days ago with the special needs families that helped design this park. There's apparatus in here where you can play together. You can play together as families, siblings. We don't have anybody in wheelchairs sitting on the sidelines watching their siblings play in this park. There's lots of opportunities to do that together. So this compass has some significance, and also in the logo that step together is an important phrase in this park, and it creates those experiences for you, which we completely love and is the purpose of this park. So again, keep in mind, Travis and Pete, these guys from SFCN have created an awesome video. Please take a peek at it. Listen to a couple stories, even if it's not the whole thing. It will be available on SF17 as well. You need to hear the miracles that brought this about. I've got a handful of speakers that are going to be brief, but I think it's important that you hear from them. So we'll go in this order. We'll hear from Mayor Leifson, and then Doug Ford will say a few words, followed by Nick Sly from Westland Construction. And then we will, our final speaker will be Leofi Inoki, and she will share some personal experiences herself. After that, we will cut this ribbon and have that a few photos there, and we'll get you inside the park. So we'll turn the time over to Mayor Leifson.
Yeah, it's an honor to be here today for this wonderful, fabulous park. I just want to thank all those who are involved in this, from the Ford family, from everyone, the design family, to the contractor, to you, the citizens that made this possible. You know, Spanish Fork does things right, and when we had this opportunity to build this park, you know, we weren't going to just do a small thing. We're going to make sure it's the best. You know, it's for our kids. As Dell had mentioned, during the last couple of nights, we've had the special needs families here. As I walked through and seeing a brother picking up his younger brother and walking up the hill so they could go down the slide together and laugh and see the smiles on the face, seeing a mother take her child in a wheelchair in the splash pad and see the look on her face and laugh and smile. And as they walked out, I heard a couple of them said, "This is the best park I've ever been in. This is what this is for. It's for you, the kids." I would just hope and pray that we make this a neat place for everyone, that we take ownership in this, that we make this a special place for our kids. They're safe here. They can come and play and enjoy what we have here for them. Thank you, everyone, and thank you for this park.
Welcome, everyone. On behalf of Carol and the rest of my family, I have to say that this is one of the coolest things that we have ever participated in our lives. You know, when we were here at the soft opening in the last couple of days, and to see the joy with all the special needs families and their parents, the smiles on their face, you know, how do you ever put a value on that? I don't think you possibly can. But, you know, and in walking through and seeing the activities in the last couple of days, this truly is a happy place. And we all know that Disneyland is closed now, but that's okay because we have this here right in Spanish Fork. And to me, and I kind of got it last night when we were here in the evening, you know, as you walk through that gate, you're almost walking into a new world. Yeah, everything around here in Spanish Fork is just kind of in the background. This is truly, you know, a new world. And we're so happy to be able to be part of this, such an amazing deal here in Spanish Fork. Thank you.
Can't even begin to describe how relieved I am that this day's here. This has been quite the project. I was thinking about it last night when we were first approached by this job. We were at the pre-construction for the fire station, and Jared and Bailey approached us and said, "Hey, we've got this park coming up. Would you guys be interested?" We said, "Sure." And I remember Jared saying something's like, "It's got a little bit of an accelerated time frame." And that was kind of the understatement of the year, I think. But you know, it's been a challenge. It really has. But a project doesn't come together like this without a phenomenal team. And it really starts with the owner and the Fords and their thought process in putting this thing together, and then Dale and his team and their foresight and knowing what they wanted and not settling for less. Even when times got tight and budgets get tight, it was do it right. And so having people like that that want the right thing and put the right things together, and then just putting good foresight together with the architect and engineers, putting together a great subcontractor team. A lot of them are here today. They really should all be up here because there's a lot of late nights, early mornings, working weekends, and doing all the extra things to make sure that this can come about, that we're here today. So my hat's off to them. I would go and list them all, but there's a lot, and there's plenty in here, so hopefully you get to meet some of them. Really, from our team, I just want to make sure Eddie and Mark Blackett, where are they at? And then Karsten. A lot of extra effort from them, and just grateful for their time and their ability and their willingness to step forward and put this together. And we're just delighted and grateful to be a part of the team, and so excited for this day and see everybody's smiling faces. Thank you.
Wow, I can't breathe. I'm gonna look at my phone real quick. I'm so sorry, but my name is Lofi Inoke. Loaf of bread, loaf it sticks. You can't forget it. My husband is Michael Inoke, and we have 4 boys, and our only little girl is Sabrina. Dang it! It's Sabrina. Sabrina has a rare brain disorder. She doesn't have the protein for her brain development. And so we are constantly being told what Sabrina can't do. Sabrina can't walk. Sabrina can't talk. When we go to a park as a family, Sabrina can't play in the playground. She can't go on a swing. We are constantly being reminded of everything, like I said, she can't do, and we're always in the way. Even on the sidewalk, walking on the sidewalk, everyone's always frustrated trying to get around us. So when we go to a park, we don't even get out of the car anymore. Sabrina and I just sit and we wait for my husband and my boys to be done, and we go home. A year ago, we were invited to this meeting with the city, and they told us that someone donated money and wanted to build an all abilities park. And get this, they wanted us, families with special needs kids of all abilities, to tell them what the park should look like, what it should feel like, and what my child can enjoy at a park. And not only did they listen, they delivered. There isn't anything Sabrina can't do here at Adventure Heights. We've already been here 2 nights this week, and she can go on the playground with her wheelchair. She can go on a swing with her wheelchair. She can climb Ford Mountain in her wheelchair. It's been such a tender mercy hearing my boys calling their sister to play, calling Sabrina, there's a toy they can go on together, and just so excited, running around screaming and telling me everything their sister she can do and that she can play with them. When you walk through these gates, you already know these kids, tons of kids here with different abilities. There is something here for everyone. Everyone is welcome. I love what my friend Clara Anderson said. When people come together and the city listen, great things happen. Thank you for such a humble family, for giving back to a community, especially today for my family. Thank you for being mindful of us and our children's needs. Thank you for Spanish Fork for being willing to have a meeting to see us and to being willing to listen to us, and to be able to create a community, a park that we can escape to for all abilities. This park means everything to my family. I love Spanish Fork, and I can't wait for Sabrina to play here with her friends. I can't wait for her to play with her brothers and for my family to create memories here. And I appreciate everybody and all their hard work that they've done to be able to create this place for us. Thank you.
Okay, I can't see. Thank you. I pronounced your name wrong, didn't I? I practiced that too. I still got it wrong. Okay, if we can have all of those come forward now, and let's have a ribbon cutting and get these gates open for you.
I tell you what, this is amazing. From the first day that I got called into the Ford's office and they handed us that check and said we need an all abilities park, to today, it basically is a miracle for something that's gone this fast and so beautiful and so well done. And then just to see the smiles on all the kids, it means the world to me. It really does.
And I had a couple of my kindergarten students and their families come last night to see families. The mother who ran through that bubbler with her little wheelchair was just heartwarming. This is a park for all children, all families. It's perfect. Well, for me, it's like the mother who spoke this morning and said now her daughter can participate in all of the activities as her brothers. And I see that all the time in a kindergarten class. One child stands out because he can't handle the noise or he can't handle the loudness. And to come to this park, you have to go to my favorite place over here with the music. And to hear them play the music, to hear them singing, to hear them running and laughing and being together, and the wheelchairs doing everything that the other children are doing. It's a miracle, and it needed to happen. It really did.
Well, I'll tell you what, it just fits right in with our theme of pride and progress. You know, here at Spanish Fork, we're always looking ways that we can improve the quality of life of our citizens and every citizen. And so here's families that have special needs. Feel that they're welcome. There's a place for their whole family. You look over that big double slide, the whole family can slide down together with all of them, and just to see them laugh and enjoy that. And this is what Spanish Fork's all about. You know, that community spirit, everyone coming together, making a better place that we all want to be a part of and live and enjoy.
Yeah, so I learned what an all abilities park was when Councilman Mendenhall and I visited one during the election for the RAP tax, and we went over to see Orams and see what the possibility of that small tax on sales tax would be. And when we looked at Orams, we were like, wow, that's amazing. And then I was able to visit Thunder Junction in St. George, but now you see what has been built here. And I'm just in awe at the amount of effort and time and generosity and volunteerism that has gone into this one. You saw a lot of parents crying today as we cut the ribbon. I think the only time you'll see kids cry is when they're leaving the park or being told that they need to leave the park. I have 6 children, and I don't know the challenges that are different from other parents that may have different challenges with raising children. And so it was important to get their perspective. And when we walked in on Wednesday night, I heard one mother, as she turned the corner with her child in the wheelchair, say, oh my gosh, they listened to us, and there's a double slide. And that is the one thing that was most important on my list. And so it was fun to be a part of getting to know more people in our community and also to hear their input and have an importance in the design and the building of the park.
My name is Micah Johns, and the park I like was just one thing, going to a place like this with disabilities. It really helps with everybody to make new friends, just have a great time and hang out with them and play, stuff like that. When it's built, when I first saw it after, I just always wanted to come and check it out when it's finished.
I come from a family of educators. My parents, both educators, my wife, myself, my sister, all teach school. My mom spent 30 years teaching special education, severely handicapped and disabled children. My wife currently teaches special education as well. And I had the opportunity Wednesday to take my mother on a video tour of Adventure Heights Park. And it was neat to be able to take her around, show her the amenities that we had, not just for our able-bodied citizens, but especially for those special needs families. And as I took her through that little video tour, she lives out in Northern California, she said, well, do you have this? I said, well, Mom, yes, we do. And turned my cell phone over this way and showed her that. And, well, do you have this? Yes, Mom, we've got this, and turned her that way. And she just was beaming from ear to ear. She said, my children, my students would have absolutely loved something like this. And as we talked, she just, gloated over and over and said, you nailed it. She said, what you have is exactly what those families need. And of course, selfishly, I can share. She said, I'm proud of you, son. And I said, well, Mom, thanks so much. It was a group effort, and man, what a group we have in Spanish Fork.
So a few years ago, when we first started thinking about a recreation, arts, and parks tax for the city, we came together as a council and administration and thought about the different areas of the city that could be benefited from something like that. We were at a kind of an inflection point in Spanish Fork where we were really becoming a destination shopping location for not just Spanish Fork residents, but people from all over South Utah County and beyond. And so it was put on the ballot. I promoted it along with other council members and people. And I think this is a shining example of some of the result of what that is, because along with the generous donation, along with tax funds from Spanish Fork City and good planning for years and years, in addition to the RAP tax, is what makes this possible today, and so many kids enjoy it. So pretty neat stuff. Barry Leifson constantly talks about our logo, our tagline at Spanish Fork of Pride and Progress, and this epitomizes that. We're proud of who we are, of where we're at, but we're certainly not afraid to look towards the future and what progress means for the future. And this is an example of it. The treehouse itself here is an idea that actually takes kids of all abilities, whether they're in wheelchairs or not, and gets them elevated and up into a treehouse and an experience where they can rise up with other people, right, and be able to look at things from a different perspective. It's just a really neat thing, and certainly an example of progress that you can be able to enjoy in Adventure Heights. Many cool aspects about this park and about what it means to a lot of people. When it was first in the concept phase, mentioning it to my family, to my mom, who spent a career of decades in the local school district here, and her career was spent taking care of special needs kids, all through grade school to middle school to junior high to high school. And so you can imagine the emotions of her and my family, and by extension those kids becoming part of our family as the Mendenhall family, and knowing those kids and their families forever. But it just wells up with emotion to think about the enjoyment they can come and have with their families and their kids of all abilities. So just a blessing to our community, and again just shows the example of what can happen when people come together with a good idea, get input from awesome citizens, and the result is an awesome park.
One of our goals at the Utah City Council is to serve the city and learn more about it. So this park is a major part of the city, and super new development. So we're around running stations, handing out things to people that are coming and making sure they have a great time.
I do think it's really cool that we have the raised plush ground instead of like wood chips or something that is hard to push a wheelchair over or hard for kids to run on. And it's really accessible to anybody. I think that's one of my favorite parts, is that it's so unique as a park and so open to everybody that comes here.
Last year we saw a lot of the development with the finances and kind of the zoning, and we got to see it from the ground up, especially when it's being constructed and you drive by and see these things come up. And I think it's definitely taught me that the city's all about the people. The people wanted a park and they had needs and wants, and the city was able to fulfill that, and in such a massive and grand way. And so it's taught me a lot about how the city's not just running numbers, it's about the people that's in it.
Well, just like Isaac said, they don't just run numbers, they definitely tune it to what people need. So a lot of families with kids with special needs or disabilities came in and got to design the park for themselves, and that's what this amazing grand opening is for, is those families that have those kids or people that need different types of park entities for them.
We have a lot of things that are just so cool to Spanish Fork. For example, rodeo grounds. It's like a feather in our cap, and this All Abilities Park definitely is as well. It exceeds all expectations. It's the coolest park I've ever been to, and no one will be disappointed. Everyone will leave with a smile on their face. So I think we're blessed to have this amenity in our community.